thinking about moving to Kenosha or are already here and you're wondering about all the construction that's going on and all the new buildings that are going up around town and thinking to yourself, I wish I had moved to that part of town, or that's the part of town that I definitely want to move into. Well, in this video, we're going to talk to you about everything new that's coming to Kenosha, where it's at, and what's going on.
And trust me, we've seen it happen when clients wait a little too long and then boom, prices, they jump up through the roof. Or their favorite neighborhood becomes a hotspot, so the houses become very, very limited.
Or super expensive.
I already said that.
So look, we're not saying that you need a crystal ball, but we just might be your real estate fortune tellers, minus the spooky music.
Unless we're doing a haunted house video again. So check us out later. We're Chad and Aalia Scott, your local real estate agents, aka your real estate fortune tellers. And every week we get people just like you reaching out to us, asking questions and ready to buy, sell, or invest, or even relocate to the Kenosha area. And we love it if you're actually thinking about making that move. So give us a call at 262-331-1621 or hit one of those links to get your free buyer's guide, seller's guide,
or relocation guide. Or shoot us a text anytime. We're happy to help any way that we possibly can. All right, so first let's talk about the commercial projects coming into Kenosha. We have First Watch. It's coming into the old Who Hut location off of Green Bay Road. Remember Who Hut? It was one of Alia's favorite places.
Love that.
She loved that place. It was great. Unfortunately, they had to close because the business just got too slow. They just kind of went downhill, and the
pandemic actually hurt them a lot.
So they just ended up closing.
What is First Watch? What do they offer?
So First Watch is kind of like a breakfast / lunch place. From what I understand, they're open in the mornings until like late afternoon, probably like 3-4 o'clock. Then they close. They offer breakfast, brunch, and lunch options. Kind of like a Hillcrest option, yeah. I'm really excited about this place because I love breakfast foods. I love me a good omelet.
He gets not spoiled at home.
Yeah, she doesn't cook me any kind of breakfast foods. So I'm really excited for this place. They are still currently waiting for the Kenosha City Council to approve their final permits and everything before they open. So there's no timeline for them to open anytime soon. So I have no idea when they're going to open. But just keep a watch out for them for First Watch.
Pun intended.
You like that?
I like that.
I like that too.
So we're going to be talking about two businesses. The Burger King that is off of Highway 50. There are two businesses. Taco Pros and Crisp and Greens. So what exactly are they, Chad?
I have no idea what these businesses are. I've never heard of them. I tried Googling them. I couldn't find very much information on them, but they sound really interesting. It's two businesses in one. It's a new restaurant here in Kenosha area, so I'm excited for them. I love anything new. I love to try anything new. So whenever they open, I'm super excited about them. I haven't seen too much going on in the old Burger King there by Praire, so I don't think that they're starting to open or anything like that. But whenever they do, I'm excited to check them out. I'm assuming that they're still going through the city council process of getting all the permits and everything approved. But as soon as they do, we'll jump in there and we'll check them out.
There are two new Starbucks that's hitting our town as well. So
where's the first one?
One is off of Green Bay Road and another one is off of 80th Street. So if you love your Starbucks, don't you fret. There'll be one on almost every corner in Kenosha.
They are sure popping up everywhere. They don't have one downtown yet though. That's why we're here at Anna's on the Lake shooting this video today. You can see the beautiful harbor behind us here.
And it's a beautiful morning to do so.
So this first Starbucks, the one off Green Bay Road, is going inside the old North Shore Bank off Green Bay Road. And the second Starbucks is off 80th Street in front of Festival Foods. The one in front of Festival Foods is almost done. That should be open anytime now.
I cannot wait to hit that.
That's almost on her way to work. She has to go a little out of the way to get to that Starbucks, but she'll just go a little past work, stop at that Starbucks, then go back to work. You know, she'll just make that sacrifice, and
Just a
He's
little
still
bit.
on time to work, maybe a little late to work, who knows. But
Totally
that
worth
one
it.
should be open sometime soon. They started work on the inside. I'm thinking they'll be open by the end of summer. The one off Green Bay Road, they are working on the inside still. I don't see any signage up on the outside of it yet, but that should be up, I would think, by the end of this fall.
So the next step is talking about the new residential improvements that are happening around town. One is called Prairie Springs condos. Was it condos or apartments?
So Prairie Springs Apartments, they are building those over by the Outlet Mall in Pleasant Prairie. They're not technically in Kenosha, but I mean, come on, we all know that Pleasant Prairie and Kenosha are basically the same city. They broke ground late May, early June, so that construction is already underway. It is going to happen in 3 different phases. The first building is supposed to be up by early to mid 2026, I believe. I forget exactly how many apartments are supposed to be, but it's supposed to be all apartments from my understanding. So there will be no condos, no single family houses, anything like that. But if you are an apartment liver, if you just like apartments over, single family housing over condos, this is great news. I mean, it's great news for everybody in general because we need more housing in our area in general, whether it's apartments, whether it's single family housing, whatever it is. We just need more housing. And this is supposed to bring like 450 more units to the area, something in that area.
So it is actually pretty helpful to increase the housing market, housing for people. I mean, we're talking about people who are coming into town relocating because of work. We're getting big businesses like Microsoft here in Kenosha. So that will be another place for those workers to come and live, at least temporarily until they actually are ready to buy their house because they'll fall in love with Kenosha. So how does that impact the surrounding neighborhoods? And I know that is a little concerning for a lot of the people who do live in Pleasant Prairie and Kenosha already. Like, how is that going to impact?
So fortunately, these apartments are going up kind of in the middle of nowhere because they're over by the Outlet Mall. There's not really many neighborhoods over there in that area. It's kind of in no man's land. For the people that are going to be living in those apartments, it's fantastic because you have tons of shopping over there. There's gas stations, almost every amenity that you need over there, minus a grocery store.
Well, and major restaurants. I mean, there are fast food chains down in that area.
There are.
So that will probably impact the development of Pleasant Prairie to include a grocery store or
It will. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a grocery store pop up on the west side over by the interstate there sometime in the next year or two. But as far as housing values, I mean, just increase in population. Because of that, we see housing values continue to creep up. You know, we're not in 2020, 2021, or 2022 anymore, so housing values aren't shooting up as fast as they were in those years. But housing values are still creeping up slowly. You know, if you buy a house, let's say last year, your house is worth more than it was last year. So your housing values do continue to climb because there is still demand to buy a house and live here in the Kenosha racing area.
All right, our next project is the Kenosha County Human Services Building. It is going to be built or being established on the 52nd Street in the Sun Plaza Shopping Center.
Okay.
It is going to be home for 11 county service divisions and agencies. And it is approximately $30 million to build.
It's a lot of money.
I mean, although it is maybe a lot of money to build, but the amount of services being provided to the Kenosha County residents is astronomical. So it doesn't really compare to the cost of helping that person. So.
And if you've seen the old Kenosha County Services building off 85th Street and Sheridan Road, that building is really old and falling apart. So they really do need a new building.
Exactly. So we're going to look into the impact of Kenosha County providing the different services that they all need. Single parents who need help with housing, to labor finding a job. So
they help with job services, they help with SNAP benefits, they help single moms, help with childcare, they help with everything that low income families, everything that you could think of, they're usually there to help you out.
And the thing is, like I said, the cost to build it, yes, it is on a higher price. However, it's going to help us a lot. So our next, and I kind of mentioned it earlier, was the Microsoft data center that's being built. So Chad, take us into more of the details.
So we all know about the Microsoft data center in Mount Pleasant that's almost completely built now, if not completely built. But Microsoft quietly built a large sum of land, 100-something acres here in Kenosha County.
142 specifically.
142 acres here in Kenosha County, about 6 miles south of where they're building in Mount Pleasant. And they are going to build a bunch of buildings, not just one. I think 3 or 4 buildings, maybe as many as 6 here in Kenosha County to supplement that data center in Mount Pleasant. They're going to build additional data centers here in Kenosha County.
So, you know, a little fun fact, Chad?
What's that?
That they went under the guise of anonymous to build.
They did.
Even when as far as the non-disclosure documents that the employees had to do.
They bought all the land with non-disclosure agreements. They used shell companies, so nobody knew that they were built buying the land. Even the county executive doesn't know the timeline for Microsoft to build these buildings. So nobody knows when they're going to start construction or when they're going to be completed.
And they had to vet every single employee before they entered in that building, which was really, really kind of cool if you're a true crime or conspiracy theorist. That was kind of cool.
Now they do that because Microsoft holds a lot of government contracts and a lot of
government contracts.
Government contracts.
Of the government.
Yeah, a lot of top secret stuff that people need to be vetted for. So
now
it makes sense.
Now I want to go and break into it.
Yeah, they'll never let you in there.
No.
You'll never pass all the security clearances.
True. So let's go and look at a excitable topic, the infrastructure and road construction, Chad.
I mean, there's road construction. There's so much road construction going on around Kenosha, Pleasant Prairie, Summers, that I couldn't list it all in this video. It's summertime in Wisconsin, in Kenosha. Just allow for extra time if you're going somewhere. Just plan that there's going to be road construction on your route. Take it slow, take it easy. Watch out for those road construction workers. When you're entering a road construction zone, slow down. Don't be going 50 miles an hour through the road construction zone.
Leave a little early if you want to get to your destination on time, so you can adhere to those speed limits.
You want to make it there on time. Those road construction workers want to make it back home to their families, so make sure you slow down. Don't hit anybody, don't kill anybody.
So why buyers and sellers need to pay attention right now? What is the point of all this?
So buyers definitely need to pay attention because there is more opportunity now. There's more investment opportunity. There's more housing opportunity. We're starting to see the market slowly shift here in the Kenosha area. We're starting to see prices even out, maybe even come down a little bit in some instances. So if you're a buyer that's been waiting for the market to shift, now is your opportunity. Start looking for those diamonds in the rough, so to speak. Look for those houses that have been on the market for a little while. Look for those houses that maybe you're okay with putting a little bit of work into, and make that offer on there that you think is strong, that you think is fair, and see if you can get it for a little bit under asking price. So you can get the seller to cover some of those closing costs for you.
And for sellers, this is a time to pay attention because of the market shift. You are not going to get that top dollar if you wait too long. So if you are wanting that top dollar for your house, this is the time to sell. So.
And make sure you price it right. Pricing's all the important thing. If it's priced right, it'll still sell, and it'll still sell fast, quickly, and for the top dollar.
Okay, so if you are concerned or thought about a new project that's happening in our town, please drop it down in our comments and let us know so we can inform all the viewers to make sure they are paying attention at the right moment.
I'm sure we missed something, so let us know what we missed, what we forgot, and we can do some more research about it and bring it to you guys in another video.
So whether or not you're buying, selling, investing, or just trying to figure out if Kenosha is the right place for you, we will love to help.
Give us a call or shoot us a text at 262-331-1621, or reach out to us at any of the links in the description of this video, including our free buyer sellers relocation guides.
Remember, we're Chad and Aalia Scott, your real estate fortune tellers.
Can't wait to see you guys in the next video. Have a great week. and make sure that you stay to the end because you don't want to miss out on being on the best part of town.
Nope, you keep circling. Circle. It sounds like you're reading. I sounded like I was reading. I didn't like it.
That's fine.
Long. And they're sickles. See, I didn't curve it.
I don't know. I heard the K.